Sherman here. As you know, whenever I come across something, in this case kind of unsavory, I like to bring it to your attention, and this has to do with Wells Fargo. As a lot of you know, in 2020 there was a huge scandal that they settled where they admitted to stealing from their own depositors. There's 16 million of their own depositors that they, to their own clients that is, that they created fake accounts for and made Wells Fargo look like a more profitable bank than it was at the time, and they flat out stole from their own clientele. And they did this in a 14-year period from 2002 to 2016. And these are the known facts, and we know that because they settled with federal government for $3 billion. They paid out another $1 billion to their own shareholders, and they settled for another $3.7 billion directly to the CFPB for exactly this. Now, the executives involved were supposed to be charged criminally, and they were, and this is the part that makes me a little angry, and I think it'll make you angry as well. Carrie Tolstead, who was the executive in charge of this fiasco for the most majority of this time, has already resigned, and she's agreed to pay a settlement, but the criminal charges against her, which included a 16-month prison term, have now been whittled down to 3 years probation, 6 months of house arrest, a $100,000 fine, and 120 hours of community service. That seems ridiculous to me. She stole money from 16 million people, or she sat at the head of the group that did, and she's only got to do 3 years probation, 6 months of it in jail, and I'm willing to bet she has a very nice house, and pay $100,000. What's $100,000 to somebody who did that for 16 years and 120 hours of community service? Well, I guess that ought to show her. And to hear from the judge and the prosecutor in the case that somehow this is going to promote respect for the law and other executives are not going to do this because this is a penalty is ridiculous. You got to reach out to your representatives. You got to reach out to your Congress people or your state representatives and tell them, I know the Carrie Tolstead story and it's wrong. This is ridiculous. Until executives for these companies start sending criminal time for criminal acts, it is not going to stop. Criminal time for criminal acts. That's what this has to be. If you did this, you'd go to jail. But as an executive for a company that's large enough, you go home for 6 months. Ridiculous.